next time I do the training in about 3 weeks, we're going to do a deep dive into networking, and Martha's going to speak to that.
Great. All right. I'm going to mute the lines and you're ready to go.
I'm ready. Okay, you guys, I hope you are all doing well. And I thought I wouldn't have to log in here, but I'm having to. So bear with me 1 second as I log into isagenixbusiness.com, because we're going to go through a couple of things on here. Can you all hear me? Give me a thumbs up. Perfect. Hopefully this login will work. There we go. Okay, the reason I'm bringing up isagenixbusiness.com is because I want to go over a few things that were actually in Leaders in the Loop, but a lot of people don't use this as effectively as they should, and they've recently revamped this whole thing, you guys. So I just want to kind of go through just a few pieces of it so that you know where everything is, right? So I love this new quick video in the beginning, accelerated business growth. When you enroll someone who is interested in the business, this is what we do. We take them here first after they order their products, and we send them the welcome email, and we set up that back office call, or some people call it the orientation call. Then we go to isagenixbusiness.com and we show them how to find information, right? So that should be part of your onboarding process, if it isn't already. You can learn about the promotions, the team builder bonus. We're going to talk about that in a second. The products are here, recognition, PVC 1, 2, 3, which is, we go through every bit of PVC 1, 2, 3 with people when they come in who are new. I love the technology updates. We've had a lot of technology issues the last couple of weeks, as you all know. Make sure you're staying up to date with that as we transition to a better technology platform. We're going to have some, bumps in the road along the way, so to speak, and just try to be patient, take a deep breath. I had to do a lot of that today as we were experiencing some glitches and things that we were working with corporate on. There are quick links. The social media library is there. And I just want to click on that one real quick and show you what is happening in the social media library. There's a view social media guide. It kind of walks you through how to use this, how to best use social media to your advantage. You can go through products, the best practices, social posting. It kind of gives you the do's and the don'ts, the product content calendar, and then a social selling series. So just make sure you are looking at things like that so that you can just know the Isagenix business website. This is the new calendar they talked about in Leaders in the Loop the other day. And it is a full calendar from January to December 2024. You can click to, if you want to go to a different month, let's go to September. You can see what's going on in September. Obviously right now it's just celebration, but if we have a product launch, I'm sure they're going to throw that on here so that you guys know, and they only tell us a few days ahead of time, but you'll know when that launch is happening. The Global Associates Call, the next one is coming on February 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern. That will be back in the February calendar. So you can see that here. If you click on that, it tells you the call-in information, the passcode. You can join right from this calendar. So I wanted to make sure that you all saw that. This is a new thing. Again, you can fast forward to whatever month you want to go to. And then this is the latest edition of Leaders in the Loop. So if you didn't open your email the other day on Sunday, well, I guess it was yesterday, you can read that Leaders in the Loop and see what all was in there, right? So I wanted to point those things out. Now, remember, January 31st, so this Wednesday is the last day to start your free 3-month Penny Pro trial. So you can use that Penny Pro subscription and you can start seeing everything that we have seen in ISA Pulse. That's all being worked on and updated so that you can go to that place and see that. We talked about the social media library and the Global Associates Call on February 6th. Make sure that's on your calendar. There's also a master class in Dallas coming up next month, and our very own Cindy Walter will be training there. I think she's going to be talking about events and maybe some other things, but make sure if you can get to Dallas, that's a great time to go. I unfortunately can't be there because I have to be in Phoenix like a week and a half later for our team's retreat, but I would have gone for sure, especially to see my sweet friend Cindy on stage and just learn some back office training from, I think Lisa DeMayo is doing that. The Welcome Home Challenge is ongoing. It started the beginning of January. It goes until March 31st. You can see all of that, you guys, under contest and promotions. So let's just go ahead and pull that up. We'll talk about that at the end. There's that $20 coupon. If you enrolled somebody during this time frame, remind them, go back to them and say, hey, be looking for your $20 coupon in your back office. The Welcome Home Challenge, all the details about this challenge are in here. You can look at the shareables, use those to your advantage. You can, if you clicked on promotion details, you can see who's in the running, who's on that list. Now just keep in mind that some of those people may not have gotten their enrollments in, maybe they're not paid as executive. The list is going to change a lot every few weeks until the very, very end when they calculate it all. So if you see that you're number 120, don't be alarmed because there will be people that, you know, move back and you may move way up. So just keep that in mind and stay positive. Your goal is to just get as many points as you can so that you can earn that additional income in that challenge. So these are all the different places that you can go learn and teach your new business builders where they are. It's so very important to let them know that this is all available to them, like rank advancement bonuses, the customer referral program, the team builders club. What those things are, they need to be taught to our new people because there's so much in the beginning when you are enrolling somebody new on the product side. It's like almost overwhelming, but also this whole part of it is also a lot of information. So you don't need to teach them everything all at once. You just need to teach them where to access this information. So when they're, you know, sitting in front of the TV or snowed in or whatever, they can kind of scroll through isogenicsbusiness.com and they can read things on their own. So I love that. This talks about, again, the Welcome Home Challenge, the ISOBody Challenge, the commission calendar, qualifying volume. What is qualifying volume? QV versus BV. That's all explained on here. ISO delivery is explained, the MyPack, the discounts with that. So that is amazing to actually take your team through. So I wanted to share that. And then I want to talk about a few other things. So let me pull up some photos here because I put them on photos because you guys know me. I'm a visual learner, right? So I'm going to go through a couple of these things with you. All right. Do y'all see this? Perfect. This is just an invitation that one of the boutiques, and I'm going to be talking about a boutique thing in a minute, but one of the boutiques did recently, and I was in there shopping. I go in there regularly to this boutique in Louisville, Kentucky. And I have done a few things for them before with collagen and some of our other products when they have these kinds of events, but I haven't been back in a while, mainly because of my whole shoulder thing and, you know, didn't feel like I should be in a sling talking about health and wellness. So I wanted to get through that. But I went in the other day and they said, hey, we're having a Galentine's party. We'd love for you to come. And I said, can I bring some collagen and share some collagen? Because I noticed on their sign, this was before they added me here at the bottom, that they were having a dermatology group there to talk about different things. So this is going to be a bunch of women shopping, drinking champagne, having snacks. They always bring all these awesome hors d'oeuvres in and cookies, and they serve Prosecco and they just let people shop, but they're bringing in this dermatologist. So I said, I would love to bring in collagen again. You know, I'm back to normal. I feel great. I would love to share that again. They said, absolutely. So they threw me on the flyer. You guys don't be afraid to be a little bold. I know that's Cindy Walter's word of the year this year. but don't be afraid to be a little bold and say, hey, I would like to set up here. And I even said I would give a raffle away. Like I'll bring in a couple of boxes of collagen and raffle those out. So when they draw names for people, they can, somebody can get a couple of boxes of collagen. And then of course, when they're done using it, they're going to love it and I'm going to enroll them. Right. So one of the things I do, I'm going to share in a few minutes of how I kind of got in the first time with this boutique and how I continue to get out in front of them. How many boxes do I raffle? I'm going to give out 2 this time. And then hopefully after, I'm going to have them double dose. So they'll have 10 days of 2 a day. And then we'll go from there. And hopefully I'll get them enrolled. That's great. I'm going to give you some homework this week, and I'm going to post this so you can take a screenshot of it now if you want, but I want to talk through some of these 3 pieces of homework with you. And I'll post it in the page. And then when I do that, when I put this on the post in our group, I want you to, I'll tag it at the top or mark it, whatever you call that, at the top, pin it at the top so that when you guys complete this homework, I want you to put your name in there, and then I'm going to give a prize out next week. I think it's Cindy's turn next week. So I'll have her draw a name out of the hat, and I'll give a prize to whomever we choose. All right. Homework number 1, ladies, I want you to go to a boutique this week. I don't care where it is, how far you have to drive, find a boutique to shop at. Probably some of you are saying, well, Julie, I go every week. Good. Start relationships with those people. You don't have to talk anything about Isagenix at first. Martha Brown, who is on my team, is great at this. She goes to every new boutique and starts conversations. She's great at networking. And again, we're going to talk about that in a few weeks. But start conversations with employees. Go back again the next time, maybe a few days later. Maybe you talked about at the boutique, maybe you talked about that you love this collagen that you've been using. Then go back and take some samples, you guys. What I do with those $50 product coupons or 100 and the additional 100, if I'm enrolling 5 in a month, I use those I kind of mark them for samples that I can, instead of buying something for our family, I use those and I mark them, put them aside for samples to give out samples when I'm out and about, whether I'm at the grocery store, the boutique, I'm doing things on purpose. I always have samples in my purse so that if I run into somebody and I start a conversation up, I can hand them a bottle of collagen. You don't need to make it a huge sample. I've given out snack bites, the energy bites, a BIA, but I'll give you a strategy with the BIA in a minute. But go back with a few samples and just say, hey, I came to shop, but I know you guys are tired. You had a big sale this weekend. You're exhausted. You're probably putting away new merchandise or whatever. I just thought I'd bring some things in, and then you don't talk more about it. You just move on and go shop. Right. And they're like, oh my gosh, that's what I did. That's the first thing I did at several boutiques here in Louisville is I went in the first time, kind of scoped it out, talked to some people. Then the next time I went, I brought samples, right? Whether I talked to them about it or not, I brought samples and I'm like, hey, I brought these cold BIAs for you. They're healthy energy drinks. Who wants one? And I'll bring 5 or 6 because that's usually, there are only a few employees in there. So it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg, right? Or bring a cold bottle of collagen. So put a little cooler in your car whenever you go out and about and you're thinking about prospecting people, put ice in it and stick a few of those things in there, right? In the summer, I put those chocolate things, anything I have that's chocolate, of course, goes in the cooler so it doesn't melt in my car. So the key here is to establish relationships and brand yourself as their go-to person for all things health. So everybody knows when I go shopping that I love a cute outfit. They know I'm fit, like, because they see me trying clothes on. And even if you're not exactly where you want to be, it's okay. Talk about other things, talk about the energy you have or whatever. Make sure that you are branding yourself as their go-to person for all things health and wellness, so that when they are ready to make a change physically or energy wise, or they want better sleep, they'll think of you first and then they'll reach out to you, right? So one of the important things to remember here is that you have to frequent this place often. So make sure you're not just going in one and done, right? You have to go there. You don't have to buy something every time or every other time even, but just go in as a customer, take a look around, thank them for having an awesome store and being so nice, and then go out. And then again, the next time, especially the second time, bring some things in. Then you can also say, hey, do you all ever have like a sip-in shop for ladies or whatever? I would love to donate a little basket of goodies for that. So again, they may not have ever done one of those before, but if you put it in their mind, maybe they will. And so it's just a great way to partner with a business like that, a small business. I love helping boutiques. Obviously, I wouldn't go to the mall and do that in any of the mall stores. You got to go find these little boutiques. Guys, find a men's store. Of course, it's going to look totally different for you. I get it. You guys don't act the way we do. You know, we don't go in and go, oh, let's do a guys' night out, right? But take some things with you. And when you're trying on that suit or trying on a sweater or shopping or whatever, you have those things there with you and you can say, hey, I just thought this would be a nice treat, right? So that's homework number one. Homework number two, this week. Now you guys have to do this week. You have to go find a networking group or look up your local chamber of commerce. Now I know we've talked about this. We've touched on this. Some of you are already doing it. But here's the second part of that. You can't just go find one. You've got to do something in that group. Most of the time you can go to the Chamber of Commerce in a town near you or in your town, and they'll have ribbon cuttings for new businesses that are opening, and everyone's invited, and those are free. So just go meet the new owners of the new business, share your card with them, talk about what you do with them, and then also take pictures. This is huge. Take pictures and then tag them in those pictures and share them on your social media platforms. Because what you want people to do is say, wow, that was so nice. Julie was so nice that she tagged us today. Whenever we go to a new restaurant, my husband and I, or even to our favorite restaurant, we take a picture and we tag them every time. It's so important to do that. Even if it doesn't lead to an Isagenix sale or an Isagenix long-term customer, you guys, it's just a good thing to do. And it shows that you are very supportive of small business. And then they hopefully in turn will help you out or think of you when they're ready to make a change, right? So that's homework number two. I want you to try to do that this week. And all of you, men and women, can find a networking group or your Chamber of Commerce, look it up and do something. Again, find something that you can go to this week. Our chamber here in Louisville, I know I've shared this, but they'll have happy hours. They do coffee hours. They do lunches, all of it. And sometimes they have speakers that come in. If you have an opportunity to go speak at one of these things, do it. Excuse me. You can go, sometimes you'll just get a chance to stand up and do a 30-second commercial. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just need to do it enthusiastically, say who you're with, and say, this is the person I am looking for. I am looking for customers who want to make a change in their health, right? And then you can have those side conversations after you get up and do your quick blitz. Homework number three, I want you to send out 2 new messages per day this week. Now, I know you guys are being like, what? That's a lot. Some of you probably do more than that already, but I want every one of us to send out 2 new messages this week, starting tomorrow, ending on Friday. Let's take the weekend off. But if you do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that's 8 new messages. This is new people. I don't want you to send out a message to somebody already enrolled. Find new people, keep it short and sweet. The goal, your only goal in sending out these messages is to enthusiastically ask them to take a look at Isagenix. Note how I said enthusiastically. You don't want to reach out to somebody and say, hey, Lisa, hi, I just thought you might like, no, be enthusiastic. So talk about the happy mix. And I gave you some verbiage here. Again, I will put this in our page. It's your only job is to ask them to take a look, not to enroll, right? Not to, dive in and become a business builder. You just want them to take a look at Isagenix and all that we have going on. Okay. So keep that message short and sweet. This is an example. Hey, Tina, hope your year is off to a great start. I'm reaching out to everyone I know about a new happy mix drink I've been using from Isagenix, and I thought you might like it too. Would you like to give it a try for 4 days? So if they say, yeah, that would be great. Now remember, you can sell 4 days worth of samples. You can gift it to them if you're feeling very gifty, or you can say to them, first of all, I have a sample pack I can bring or send you, let them answer. Or you can say, hey, Tina, hope your year's off to a great start. I'm reaching out to everyone I know about this happy mix drink. And by the way, you can leave a voice text too. That's even better because I hear the enthusiasm in your voice. I've been using it from Isagenix and I thought you might like it too. Would you like to try it for just a month? With our 100% money back guarantee, if you don't love it or if you don't feel the difference like I have, you can get a full refund. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up and I'll send you a link. Whatever. And again, I know we've shared verbiage on here before. You guys, your teams are sharing verbiage, but this is just a simple way. And again, tweak it to make it sound like you, but it's a simple way that you can reach out. Again, you're just asking them to take a look with enthusiasm. If you are not into the happy mix drink, you can insert any other product in there you want. Collagen, shakes. If it's somebody you know who works out, hey, I saw you at the gym the other day, and I just thought I'd share this because I love using this AMPS line from Isagenix. Would you like to try some next time I see you at the gym? Let them answer, of course. They may ghost you, they may not answer at all, or they may get back to you in 3 weeks. That happens all the time. So make sure that, again, you enthusiastically share these things, insert whatever product you want to share with that person, and then go from there. All right. So we've done all that. We're going to do our projects or our 3 challenges this week. And when you do that, I want you to put a comment in that post. But this is another thing I want to talk about. We have a unique opportunity to earn even more money this month because we have a challenge that not only gives you your team builder bonus, but you can multiply it this month times 1.5, right? Let me take a quick drink. So it's for orders from days 1 through 90. So what you need to do, first of all, what I would do if I were you, is look at the people you've enrolled over the last 2 months and reach out to them first, because those are people that when they order, you're going to get, if they're direct to you, 10% or so on down your line, right? So look for those people in the last 90 days that you've enrolled. Talk about something new. Talk about something they haven't tried yet. Make sure they know about every product. Make sure you know how they're doing and ask them what their challenges are, or if they like the strawberry shake, whatever it is, just reach out to them. Doesn't have to be fancy. Just reach out to them very quickly and say, hey, how's it going? Are you ready to reorder that 30-day system? Or what do you want to do from here? Have you met your goal? Let's get you started on what you're going to order next, right? And again, at that point, you can say, if they enrolled in January, you have a $20 coupon there sitting there for your next order. Let's apply that to whatever you're going to order in a few days, right? We want to focus on days 1 through 90 right now, because that is where they're going to multiply that 1.5 with whatever bonus you've earned. So you guys, if you earn $500 in days 1 through 90 in this team builder bonus for the month of February, you're going to get paid $750. That's awesome. Did I do that math right? I hope so. Anyway, it's going to be 1.5 times that number. So make sure you are dialed into this. Make sure that you are going back to your personally enrolled and your people know to do the same. So, I mean, we can do this all day long with the people we've personally enrolled, but if we're not duplicating, then that number, your bonus number, is not going to grow. So it's very important that you are working with your 1, 2, 3, and 4 PET, so that they're going back to their people and that they've enrolled and they're, doing the same thing with verbiage. You can help them with that. That's our job as leaders, is to reach down in our organization and help them reach down to their organization, right? And the way this bonus is structured, the TBB, Team Builder Bonus, it just, it allows us to be able to do that and it rewards us for doing that, right? It rewards us to get down into our organization and dig deep and help those people. All right. I only have one more thing to say, and then we can open it up if we want to questions or comments or ideas. The fortune is in the follow-up. Jim Rohn said this. I've heard this said many, many times over the last 12 years that I've been with Isagenix, and it's very true. And it's also very true in life. If you are consistently doing anything in life, you're going to gain and reach goals that you want to reach, right? I always think about the people in January who joined the gym, because I worked at a gym for years, who joined the gym in January, and all the regulars who come every day throughout the year, 5 days a week, they get so irritated because they're waiting on that treadmill. And I always said to them, just wait until March. They're all going to be gone, because most people will start something and not finish it. So what you have to remember to do is finish, right? So if you're reaching out to people and you're not following up, that's a problem. So make sure you are reaching out to people and then you follow up, because that is where the fortune is. That consistency, going to the gym twice in January or even every day in January and then quitting the rest of the year is not going to yield the results that you want. The fortune is consistency and following up on the promise you made to yourself in January. So I want to leave you all with that. I will open it up. I'm going to stop sharing and we'll open it up for a few seconds or a few minutes. If anybody has any wins or comments, I would love to hear this right now.
I have one comment. I have been in sales, all different kind of sales, for 46 years. This network marketing is brand new to me, but the bottom line is follow up is the key to everything. So you nailed it. And that's all we have to do.
Yes, 100%, Ann. That's such great advice. Anybody else? No? All right. And Ann did get her 2 enrollments. Of course she did. So guys, we will leave you with this. I want you to go out this week, do your homework. When you do your homework, post it in the thread, because we want to see the wins. We love, love, love seeing the wins. Remember to follow up with people. Remember to go into isagenixbusiness.com and go through all of that so you are familiar with that. But that's not good enough. What do you have to do with that information? You have to share that with your team. If you can't just send them the link and say, go here when they're new. Walk them through it. Get on a Zoom, pull it up, and make sure they see it. Because a lot of people say, yeah, I'll do it. I'll get to it later. It's almost like you have to spoon feed them, right? And do it with them the first time. They're more likely to go through it, and then they'll understand where to get that information when it's needed. I want you all to have a great week, and we will talk soon. Mwah. Signing off.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Julie. Night, everybody.